Greetings, metal community. Stroger back with a collection update. Yeah, quite a pile to show, so I'm just going to get started with it. I was actually going to do some of these in a response video to Lonnie and Rick's. You know, Lonnie reached 2,000 subscribers, and Rick joined him for a giveaway. Started recording that, but you know, didn't feel. Yeah, I don't know what's happened. I just stopped right in the middle of the video and scrapped it. But nevertheless, I'm gonna talk about the labels. Burning Coffin Records from Chile. You know, it's been a long time since I've been talking about Chilean music, so I'm very happy to have received some of them. In the background, we are listening to a absolute killer release. This is, let me see if I can open this up. Putrid Evocation. Just a killer death metal album, or EP. It's 25 minutes long. Looks like this. Just an absolute killer. I mean, I play this. The booklet though is very murky. The music is not as murky as the cover, but it is the same style as a lot of bands do now. You know, the new wave of death metal. Great vocals and great production, great riffs, absolute killer. So yeah, Putrid Evocation with Eternal Gloom something. I can't read it. But yeah, do check that out. It's absolute killer. Another one I bought, they had like 3-for-1 CDs. The second one I got it at was Nigromancia with Hidden Rituals. This was not very good. It's kind of thrashy death metal. The music is not bad, but the vocals for me didn't fit the music. Might have been something with the production. I will give it a couple more spins just to check it out, because the rest of the stuff was great. So, but yeah, not very impressed by this one. Then I got the new Morbid Cruelty, which I'm not gonna pronounce that title. And yeah, it's the CD and the back side of the CD, very cool. This is kind of a more of a early Morbid Angel, you know, in a way, of the sound and the feeling to it. Just old school death metal. Good stuff. They have a cover by Incubus or Opprobrium, and that's their name now. But it's a good cover song. But I don't like cover songs, but I have put it last. But if you like that type of death metal, you know, old Morbid Angel and stuff like that, this is a pretty good listen. So Morbid Cruelty with Holodorom or something. I don't know if you can see it better. No. Then I got Night Hag. I don't remember which country these guys are from. Yeah, I would say that they are from Canada, but I might be totally wrong. This is Death Doom, and by that I mean they play death and then they play Death Doom. I mean, the slow parts are long, slow, and then suddenly it's full throttle death metal. Very cool way to do it. The vocals are a little bit weird, a little bit roaring, but cool. It doesn't sound like much else nowadays, so a very nice listen. Night Tag and Insemination Rites of the Succubus, whatever. And all four of these were on Burning Coffin Records, great Chilean label that I do order some stuff from, because you know me, I like Chilean metal. Then we're going to another label that I guess a lot of people know. It's Chaos Records over at Mexico. Some stickers, Morbid Messiah, Gateway, of course, and a postcard, Morbid Messiah. Another like. So, yeah, we can start with Gateway. That was very very heavy death metal or doomy death metal. I would say they're from US, but I'm not totally sure about that. Kind of a murky picture. Well, yeah, a great, as I said, it's very, very heavy sounding doomy death metal. Good stuff. Then I bought a split from, and I hate these splits, it's cardboard shit. I actually tore it. I tried to get the CD out, but this is a split between Grim Fate and the Sombre from Netherlands. They both play, well, Grim Fate play Death Doom, and the Sombre are slower, so they play Doom Death. Very nice split. Total of 6 songs. Yeah, the running time, Doom Death Metal, they are not playing short songs, so a very nice listen. I knew of Grim Fate from before, that's the reason why I bought this, but the Sombre was pretty good as well, so if you're into the slower stuff, do check it out. Then we are going, we can show Morbid Messiah first. This is just straightforward, dirty death metal. I do think these guys are from Mexico, but don't take my word for that. I'm not 100% sure. There's so many bands here that but yeah, good listen, a good album or EP. I do remember that the full length was slightly better. That came out in 18, I think. I felt that was a little bit better, but yeah, dirty, yeah, death metal. Then I will pull out the another killer, together with Putrid Evocation, one of the best ones I have listened to the couple of last weeks. It's Decrepisy with Emetic Communion. This is an absolute killer death metal release. Again, it's the new wave of death metal, but done, yeah, just killer stuff. Heavy, good production. Here's the CD with the Chaos logo on. And yeah, this is definitely, together with Putrid Evocation and Decrepisy, this is absolute killer stuff. So go check them out. I will link up everything below, so you can just click on the links and test it out. So that was the 4 CDs that I got from Chaos Records. Another killer label, small label. And why do I order from, you know, Mexico and Chile? Because, you know, the shipping is much better than from almost any other countries, so why not? And support the Chilean scene and, you know, Mexico. Then we have the new Noroth. These two next is from Life After Death Records. The new Noroth, you know, everybody knows this band. This is Harbinger. Great death metal. I do rate the previous album slightly over this, but that was a absolute killer album. But it's growing, and I think this will be pretty damn good as well. Nothing much to see in this, but yeah, great stuff. And then I also got the Chasm Dweller. You know, it's nothing much to see here. This is an EP from this year. I do believe they have a full length as well. I haven't checked that one out. CD with the Life After Death logo, and you know, side here you got the Fossilized is the name of the EP. Great stuff. Again, much of the same, you know, heavy doomy death metal. Great stuff. Or doomy, it's not all doomy, it's just me. I love to say doomy death metal, so it's death metal and doomy death metal. So then, of course, the new Mortiferum called Preserved in Torment. Great album. Everybody knows Mortiferum. I have ordered the vinyl, and looking forward to get it on vinyl, because the snare drum on, I don't know if it's gonna be the same with the vinyl. The snare drum is a little bit too hard, and you know, too high in the production because of it. But you know, great album. If you like the previous Mortiferum, you will certainly love this one as well. Then I bought you kind of more well-known stuff in a way. Sindrome. Not a well-known band, but I've seen this been pulled out a couple of times the last year. This is a reissue from Century Media, double disc, you know, with some live recordings. I haven't checked out the live recordings, but you know, this is I would say, you know, thrash death metal. Great thick booklet and very well done edition. Yeah, as I said, thrashy death metal or deathy thrash metal. The vocals are kind of a slightly lighter version of Putrid and Vader. And yeah, do check it out. It's from you know, 88 and 91, I think. It's two albums in one. So I'm very happy to have this. Haven't heard much on the CD because I've listened to it on YouTube for several years. So, or not several years, but a couple of years. Then I, of course, needed to have some Hobbs in my collection. Hobbs, Angel of Death, you know, Australia's Slayer, in a way. And yeah, early Slayer. Of course, solid stuff. Glad to have it in my collection finally. This is the High Roller record reissue from, I think it was 17. So yeah, cool stuff, cool thrash metal. If you like early Slayer, you should know this, and I think everybody knows about them anyway. Then I got the new single from Catavasia, or Catavasia, or whatever, I don't know how to pronounce this, called Invoking the Spirit of Doom. This is a Greek black metal band The vocalist here, you know, the vocalist of Varathron. So yeah, it's kind of a little, slightly more melodic black metal than Varathron, but not very far from it. Yeah, like this band a lot, so cool to have that in my collection as well. This is a very recent release. Then I have 3 tapes that I'm gonna show. This is the Sepelio demo, or kind of recorded live in rehearsal room. The title is El Tenendor De Los Herres. And you know, this is basement sounding death metal, you know, dirty, of course, when it's kind of a live recording or recorded in a rehearsal room, and yeah, it sounds like it. But yeah, cool stuff. Again, dirty death metal. Then I got hold of 2 tapes that I have been looking for quite a while. Suddenly it popped up for a nice price, and that's the first one is Crusher with Daymars. This is a band from Czechia, or Czech Republic as it was back then. Great album, old school death metal. The vocals are kind of more thrashy, like Morbid Saint vocals in a way. But yeah, absolute great album from 96. So happy to finally get a copy of this in my collection, because this is one that I've been looking for a long time. I haven't played the tapes yet, they are old tapes, so yeah. Then we are going to Sanatorium. I think a lot of people know them for the first full length that has been shown quite a bit the last couple of years. This is the demo from 98. Demo, yeah, called Necro Lodge. Yeah, great stuff. Kind of a more brutal death metal, and yeah, just a old school sounding brutal death metal. Another great find for me, you know, original stuff and stuff that is not easy to come by. Then I'm gonna show the rest of the stuff is vinyl, and most of it is very familiar, so don't have to waste your time too much, you know. Finally got in the Witch Vomit EP, Abhorrent Rapture, killer EP. I mean, this is so damn good. The Witch Vomit is good. I expected it to be good. This is a colored version, which is not half bad. It's more pink in the color than it shows here, but yeah, just excellent stuff. Don't need to talk about Witch Vomit because everybody knows them. And great packaging, a great, yeah, of course the lyric sheet, and I'm going to show the poster. I normally don't do that, but this poster is so damn big. It's kind of, yeah, cool poster, and yeah, killer release. Everybody knows this band, so, but yeah, excellent stuff. Then, you know, I showed my black version of the Necromantheon Visions of Trismegistos out on Indie Records. that one had a chip on the first song on the second side, and we can't have that, so I bought a new one. And of course I got a colored version, so just to mix it up a little bit. But great stuff. And an excellent thrash album, one of my absolute favorite this year, as I have told you before. And the CD was finished playing, so maybe we can start it again. And then I got a new Apophis with Excess out on Massacre Records. This is copy 49 of 200. Apophis is a band that has been, well, not very active, but they had 3 releases during the 90s, which was pretty good. I didn't listen to this before I bought it because I liked the previous stuff. It's black vinyl, and Massacre had this paper inlays, which is not, I would like the plastic to protective vinyl better, but yeah, musically it's death metal and melodic death metal. It's a mix between them. I'm not too fond of the most melodic parts here, and they have been like becoming more and more melodic over the years, but still a good album. But the melodic parts are more like the from the Göteborg scene, and or Gothenburg, as you say. But it's not bad, but if you like melodic death metal, you should check this out because it's a very good album. Of course, I like it better when they play normal death metal. And then, one of my favorite albums from the 90s, or from 92, is, Atrocity with Todessene Sucht. This is a transparent red vinyl edition. I'm not very fond of transparent vinyl, but I always wanted this on vinyl, and it sounds great. The CD sounds great as well, but the details pop out more on this version, and yeah, it's just especially the drumming are more clearer on this, or everything is much clearer. So if you are thinking about buying this album, buy it on vinyl because it sounds better than the CD. Great death metal. For those who don't know this, it's death metal. It's pretty technical, but not like tech death. It's just death metal with technical parts and tempo changes and all sorts. Great album. I absolutely killer album for me. And I bought a new Requiem from Switzerland, also out on Massacre. This is 109 out of 200. I dig this band. From the beginning. I do like their album 2 and 3. I don't remember the titles. The mid albums are the best. The vocals sounds a little bit tired, to be honest, but he's an aging man. And they do have this cool catchy riffing sometimes that they just to make it more interesting in a way. It's very catchy. They don't do it very often. They could have done it more often, but they probably don't want to overdo it. But that's kind of just when they do those parts, it's just like headbanging stuff. So, but overall, a good album from Requiem, but not as good as the best albums. But still a solid release. Then I got an old thrash classic, Toxic. Think this. Also out on Massacre with edition 165 out of 400. Yeah, thrash metal with you know, technical elements and heavy metal vocals. I was thinking about Tony Hanel of TNT or TNT as we say, when I heard him singing, and the reason why I didn't like this in the early or in the 80s, I couldn't stand that type of vocals on thrash. So, but I've grown up a little bit, and this is a pretty good album. But the voice can put a lot of people off because it's not very thrashy vocals. But it makes them stand out in a way as well, and his vocals is good. It's just, yeah, not as good as it could have been. I think there was a different vocalist on the first album. This is the second. But yeah, the only song, this the ballad called "There Stood the Fence," that dropped right into the basement. That song did not fit this album at all. I think it's a okay heavy metal ballad, but didn't fit on this album. But apart from that, good stuff. Then I got a new autocrator or autocrator, as I like to say them, with Persecution out on Cruciator Productions. See it down there. Great French death metal band, quite brutal in a way. Great artwork. Yeah, just I still think the previous album was slightly better, but they on the previous album they had a absolute killer opening song. This is more kind of the even songs on it. They don't have that standout song, but yeah, great death metal towards the more brutality, and yeah, but I'm a big fan of this band, so it doesn't sound like any other French death metal that I know of, at least. And then I'm gonna close it up with the new Expunged called Into Nether Shell out on Hell's Headbangers. This was, I don't know if it was released on CD last year and vinyl this year, I don't remember. And I do believe they are from Canada. I do believe. Also, this has a very cool death metal, mid-paced death metal, but the vocals are kind of weird. Again, a little bit of a kind of roaring, growling. Yeah, sometimes that can be a bit off-putting, but yeah, it works in a way. But the music is great, and you know, the vocals kind of you get used to it, but it's kind of a weird. And yeah, HM2 death metal, I need to say as well. So yeah, that was all that I had, or more than enough. Way too long video again. Sorry about that, but I've been listening to all this stuff now, and I just wanted to, yeah, as long as I remembered anything from them. So hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching, and be sure.